He didn't clap right. Can't do nothing right. Can't get right. The light's too bright. I'm still going. Like a river, keep flowing. Oh my God, it's cold. I think it's snowing.
Think it's snowing? They ain't even knowing. That boy Greg, I started flowing. Kicking it. After dark on the podcast. Ain't tripping, hopped on the weak players.
He stopped, but I'm going to pick it up.
Yeah.
That's what I'm here for.
Yep.
And we pimp as fuck. Can I say that? Too late. I said that. I can't read, but I read that.
Yeah, he read that. I was trying not to cuss. My mama might be watching and she gon' fuss if I cuss.
I'm sorry, mama. I never meant to hurt you. It was an accident. What wrong with accident?
You should have rhymed with hurt you.
Man, come on, man.
All right, yeah, as we go on, y'all, you know, our freestyles get better just like our podcasts get better. You know, shout out to everybody behind the scenes that's making this happen. This is the Kicking It Social Hour podcast. So that means we might go for an hour, we might go for 30 minutes, we might go for 2 hours, who knows? But me and my bro always talked about doing a podcast, you know, so we out here. We don't really have anything we're gonna talk about specifically. I see a lot of podcasts sometimes and it seems like they just be rambling, so that's what we here for. Maybe I'll watch, maybe I'll listen, maybe people want to hear. Yeah, maybe people
have to take a gamble.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Lead the show in shambles. Yeah, people might listen, want to hear what we have to say. Might not. But what's up, Keenan?
What's up, G? Dr. G. I'm sorry, Dr. G.
Yeah.
Shout out to my boy, man. He graduated.
Yeah.
By the time y'all hear this, he might be done graduated already.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Oh, this dropping Saturday? Graduation day.
Today, man. Congrats. Round of applause to everybody out there.
Yeah, appreciate that. Shout out.
I refer to my man, none other than Dr. G. If you don't say doctor, you will be ignored and possibly beat up.
Nah, for sure. Shout out UIW in San Antonio, all my fellow graduates, you know, who made that happen. Since this is a Kicking It show, let's talk about what you wearing.
Today, I took a note out your book.
Got
on Black Cat Force. I only got one. So when this one done, it's done. Hopefully, by the time I get done, I can fit a 10.5 and take one of yours.
Yeah, then I got you. I got like 5 on there. That's like my favorite shoe release for the past few years.
What you got on though, man? That's that new release.
I wish JB didn't
hit that Nike truck.
You know, playoff 8s. Just because I heard they're about to retro. So these from 2013, but they still pretty icy. So I had to get them out a few more times before the retro release come out. You know, just let them know we've been outside.
What size are those?
This is a 10.
All right.
Yeah, you got
I was going to ask, but I ain't going to ask. Greg pretty nice. Yeah. Every time I ask, most of the time I ask, I get it.
Yeah, especially shoes because, you know, I'm fortunate enough to have a lot of shoes. And my wife, shout out Logan, she kind of tolerates it, but I'm sure she get tired of me bringing new shoes home all the time.
Shout out Lolo.
Yeah. But speaking of Jordan releases, what's coming up this year that you like? What are you excited about?
What's coming out this year? I'll tell you right now. So 06 was a run, and we getting this year and a little bit of last year. We've been getting a good 06 run. So it started with I want to say those white, gray, and purple 7s. What are those called?
White, gray, and purple 7.
All right, and we had the green bean 5s next.
Man. You know, I really like that shoe. I thought that shoe was going to, like, sell a lot better than it did. Like, the new kids kind of slept on it. I don't know if they were not a fan of 3M or...
I should have got it at $100. Yeah. It was on sale everywhere, and I still didn't get it.
No, I don't know. I like green bean 5. Take me back to that Jordan lifestyle era, but I guess the kids these days don't really know about that. Or they just don't
Jordan
care.
Jeans?
Nah.
The green bean 5 jeans?
Nah, them Jordan jeans were too rich for my blood, man. I couldn't afford them. You had some?
Nah, I had big jeans, but they wasn't Jordan jeans.
Yeah,
I had whatever platinum FUBU they had at Ross.
Oh yeah, you were balling. I couldn't afford platinum.
San John velour suit.
If Wieners had some platinum FUBU, I might have been able to get it though. But I don't know. It just depends. What else coming out?
Back to the question though, that my answer is I'm excited about Chambray 7s. Like super duper excited. To me, I think it's a UNC shoe. Shout out to world's number 2 best podcast, fresh out the box. Talked about UNC shoes, and a lot of shoes just wasn't mentioned.
Yeah,
I'm
fresh
not
out the
letting
box.
that go.
You know, just a FYI, they were number one until we started ours this week.
We shot straight to the top. But Chambray 7s, it kind of give me UNC vibes.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about that. And a little bit the Burgundy 5s.
Right. Man, how you think Chambray 7's gonna sell?
Man, this the times are different, bro. Like I don't think they gonna sell.
Yeah, that's unfortunate too, cause you know
Cardinals. Look at Cardinals. They didn't do nothing.
Cardinals, man. I had enough Cardinals for a lifetime though. But something I was excited about Citrus 7s, and they let me down sales wise. That's my favorite Jordan 7.
Still, right now I wear those a lot.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure, yeah, because Raven asked did they both sell out originally. Chambray 7s was a lifestyle colorway. It was kind of more on the exclusive side. And what was the other shit?
Citrus 7.
Citrus 7s definitely sold out really quick.
Yeah, that was like my college days. I remember getting them from Finish Line. Colin might have sold them to me, actually. That was a shoe. Actually, Logan bought them for me. Had a fire-ass black and orange Rockaware shirt that I got from the Edge in Highland Mall that went with it.
Hey, you seen my picture? I might post it when it drop. We might make the picture for this pod. I had my jean shorts on. It was about a 38. I was probably wearing a 28. I had my Jordan T on. It was red. I had my hater blockers on. And my Citrus 7s, man.
You gonna forget the star earrings?
Nah, no. I left that out on purpose.
With the star earrings.
Star earrings. Hey, shout out to Star earrings and the Jordan earrings. Bring those back, man. Jumpman earrings.
Nah, don't bring those
crazy.
back. Don't bring those back.
I cop too. Jay, I let me.
I like that. Yeah, Jay from the Tories.
Make my boy some
Jumpman.
Me, man. I need
my boy some Jumpman earrings.
2 sets of Jumpman. Y'all don't know this, but Greg ears are pierced. Greg ears are pierced. He just don't wear earrings.
Yeah,
we bringing back Star and Jumpman earrings.
I don't know if I can participate in that, but we'll see. But yeah, man, 7s. We'll see how they go. Maroon 5s. I am excited about. You know, I got to rock with anything maroon. Shout out Houston Tillerson, our alma mater.
Shout out to the family.
Yeah, it's the family. That's right. Yeah, I'm excited about that, man. Hot Top Laning 14s. I'm hype about that. Later this year, we get DMP 11s. I never got a chance to get those.
God, you cannot say that without saying the Cherry 12. Well, Cherry 12, white and red 12s.
I am excited about Cherry 12.
I need 2.
Shout out to everybody who was in Austin, Texas when the DMP pack originally came out and broke the 20-foot glass door down in Highland Mall and allowed us to not get them because the police said he was going to arrest everybody for breaking and entering. But that was a wild time.
You got the 6s right now?
6s? What 6?
The DMP 6s.
Yeah.
So you get to complete the pack this holiday.
Complete the pack, yeah. Because they came out not too long ago. They didn't sell that good either. They
did terrible.
A lot less than I thought they would.
We need you to wear 1 6 and 1 11 during the holiday release whenever we do an activation.
Deal. But you got to wear 2 different 11s.
Whoo.
I do you. Now do 2 different 12s. I do. 1 taxi and 1 cherry.
I'll give you 1 cherry, 1 playout.
All right, that'll work. Yeah, some good stuff coming out from Jordan Brand, though. Good stuff coming out from every brand later this year, actually. Nike is always releasing some dope stuff. But like we said earlier, man, kids these days are weird. Like Nike just dropped those 4 Horsemen LeBron forces. I was excited about that.
Crazy. That was an original, a sample that everybody said they wanted 10 years ago, 20 years ago, however long it was. And
right.
We got it, and
we still got it.
And nobody, yeah, exactly.
so if y'all need it, come
on, man. Come to kicking it, man.
Come on down to kicking it. We got some. But you know, that makes me think, like, we talk about all the time, like, stuff that we want to see retroed, and if it was to retro, I wonder how it would sell. Like, thinking about Forces and LeBron, we talked about recently the Chamber of Fear LeBrons. I wonder if they were to bring that pack back, how would that do?
I kind of have a feeling that they wouldn't sell it all.
I can see that. Kids these days seem to not care about Air Forces unless it's a collaboration.
Shout out to the Superior Silhouette.
That is true. It definitely is a superior silhouette. But I appreciate everything Nike's doing. Like, even though they don't sell out on release day, I appreciate them bringing back all these old forces, how they got a terror squad on deck.
Man, another original colorway that people just don't seem too excited about.
Yep. Here at Kicking It, we appreciate those forces. You know, we got our boy Chris, he's in the forces. My man Colin, he's in the forces. Around here, we all agree that it is a superior silhouette. So we appreciate the bringbacks and wish there'll be more of them. I want that 06 era back there. I need a lot of these patent leathers. I need citrus and kiwis and pixie sticks.
Man, I would have to in a World Cup.
Oh yeah, they should have just brought the World Cup back to the last past World Cup. That would have been a dope.
And made it patent leather. I think. I would like to think that it would have sold out and went crazy, but
who knows these days?
People different, man. They got Travis Scott got wearing.
Nah, for sure. I remember I had 2 pair of Pixies and I ended up selling one. I actually traded it, which was a horrible trade. It was so bad. I don't even remember what I traded it for, but I wish I would have just kept the forces, actually.
You got 2 kiwis, too, and you told me I can have one.
You can still have one, Keenan. I still have 2 kiwis.
Everybody, y'all heard that, right?
And think about them patent leather forces. Man, I remember back in high school, I had Flint Gray 12s. That's the Valentine Air Force came out, the white patent leather with the red swoosh on the heel. I mean, the red heart on the heel.
Oh, Valentine's Day. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
man, I
was
traded.
Was that 04? What year was that? 03 or 04?
Yeah, 03 or 04. Yeah, 04, yeah. I traded those Flint 12s for those Valentine Day forces. That's one trade I regret, too.
I traded
to my boy Jeremy.
I traded Cardinal 7s for, it was just a basic white and red Air Force One, except the swoosh was suede. And they had just came out, but I felt like I needed every white and red and white shoe that ever came out, and Cardinals had to go.
Yeah. I mean, they probably came back out again in like 2-3 years anyway. I feel like Cardinals got retro more than any. Cardinals and Olympic 7s come out more than
we need that. We need Olympic 7.
You've had 5 pair.
Yeah, for the love of the game. And 04, 2012, 2016. We need another one. It's been long enough. It's almost 10 years, man. Olympic 7s would definitely sell out.
I don't agree with that, man.
Man, I got to say that's one that's going to sell out for sure. I don't think no other 7 in an original colorway would sell out except the Hair 7 and the Olympic 7. That's it.
You think Hair 7s will sell out?
Yes.
Nah, no way.
You don't agree with that?
No. That's like one of the weakest 7s. It's a classic, but like, man, the consumer these days, I don't think they care
People
about
don't respect the OGs no more. I think the demographic outgrew the OG. If that makes sense. They too young for the OG.
Yeah, for sure. I think it will sell to people our age and older who had, like, you know, the last retro it had and they can't wear it anymore. It's not a wearable shoe, but like the new consumer, the ones who's going after Travis Scott and that.
So I got a question. Do you think any Jordan 7, is it any one that would sell out?
Man, after Citruses let me down, I don't know how to even answer that question.
So a Raptor. What about a Raptor?
Nah, definitely not. I think it had to be
are those times over?
Maybe if they drop Raptors in a pack again, bring back packs. Jordan Brand needs to bring back packs.
I say bring back packs, but a pack today would be $500, $600.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, to you.
I mean, I'm not saying it's cool like the price is cool, but I'm saying you paying for what you get. You got to think if they drop a pack, they might take the next weekend off. People buying Jordans every weekend anyway. It equates to the same thing. But Myros for 7?
I really can't remember the story behind it, but
that was a 7 though, right?
It was a 7.
Yeah, Myros 7's the Olympics. That would be hard.
It had like a smaller box inside with like the Olympic lace colors.
Yeah, and laces. Yeah, that would be hard.
I still don't think that would sell out either.
Nah, because I don't think enough people know about them, to be honest with you.
Time's just different, G. I don't know what happened.
It's a lot of other retros I want to see brought back, though.
I kind of feel like the white and red 12s are not going to sell out.
Nah, I think those will sell for sure. The Jordan 12 is a good shoe. Like you think about the last few Jordan 12s we done had, even non-OG colors that sold that, like black and blue, that black and purple one that's coming out, that's going to sell out. Like a Jordan 12 is just a solid shoe. It's not going to miss too many times on those. Is it time for Flu Gang to retro?
Last release was 2016, I think.
And was it that long ago? Yep, I could use a retro.
2015.
They should bring back the retro with the suede and a sick face.
Nah, I'm good, bro. I'm good, bro. I'll punt those, throw those far away.
Nah, man.
I'll kick those far as I could if I had them in my face right now. I'm
I
good.
like that
And
retro.
then you remember the sole on them? They turn all chalky.
Yeah. That was
I'm
horrible.
good, bro.
I
I'm
never
good.
understood. I remember people doing everything, putting baby oil on it to try to get it unashy, lotion, water. That was the only bad thing about it.
Was it really a flu game? That's it's your era. What you think?
Yeah, the sick face made it a flu game.
No. Did he really had a flu?
Oh, did he? What? That's my era.
Yeah, it's your era, man.
Well, I was in elementary
He was
school.
grown. He was grown during the flu game. He watched it at home, bro, with a beer.
Hey, man. After a hard day of work.
You got off work, parking cars, rental
back,
cars,
yeah.
and then you went home, had a beer, and watched the game.
That's funny. Nah, man. Everybody's seen The Last Dance and heard it was food poisoning or whatever the case may be. But I mean, it's different types of flu. Maybe it was a stomach flu.
And my boy had a hangover.
Maybe. But I like flu game. They should bring those back. Let me see if I can think of my top 3 Jordan retros that haven't came anytime soon. What you got? If you could pick 3 retros that Jordan Brand needs to retro this
3,
year.
I can give you more than 3, but I'm gonna give you 3.
What you got?
Metallic 5s.
Okay. Hey, with 23 on the side?
OG form. Let's say Metallic 5s and OG form.
Okay. OG Metallic 5.
Is it time for another Infrared 6?
The black one hold a certain space in my heart, so I would
That's what I
definitely
mean.
agree
I mean
with
the
you on
black
that.
one.
Yeah, black for sure.
If the white one never come out again, I'm all right.
Yeah, I'm with the black one, with the Nike on the back like they did last time.
And that's 2. My third one, I say it's time for another Aqua 8.
Man, you took the words out of my mouth. I definitely agree with that. My favorite Jordan of all time, Aqua 8s. Gotta go Aqua 8s. We need those black and baby blue 14s.
See, I was sticking to the OG colorways, but if you want to go with non-OG colorways, we definitely need black and blue 14s. I'll take 2.
Yeah, black
And we
baby
need
blue.
the East Bay white and Carolina blue hot top Jordan 14.
I agree. We can do a lot of 15s too. Word on the street is that they supposed to start dropping some 15s. People ask me about it, but I don't really have no insider information, y'all, that I can share.
Bro, why you say that? You gonna hit it with a bombshell at the end. Y'all stick around to the end. My boy gonna hit you with a bombshell. It's something crazy coming out. He gonna let you know. Y'all stick around. I'm excited for this one. Ain't you excited to announce this?
We'll see how it goes.
Man, my boy, he got some crazy, nasty work. Y'all, man, I'm excited, man. I can't even finish this file without thinking about the announcement at the end.
Man, get out of here. Get out of here.
Man,
Nah, that's funny. But sis, I mean, you get it. I'm sure you get it just as much as I do. People are like, what y'all know? What y'all know?
yeah, man.
I don't know nothing until the shoe comes here. That's what I know.
I only know what you tell me. I refer everything back to you.
I really don't even know when it gets here. I don't know till we post it on Instagram.
I think we need back to retro they should bring back. I think we need a whole 06 run. If they gave us 2006 and 2024, I would be good. Like I would probably buy everything the whole year, especially all the 14s, white and forest green, white and cinder,
Oh
black and blue, cherry wood,
yeah.
linen. Oh, well, and we still in 06. Let's talk about the 10s.
And I was just about to say linen 10s.
Linen 10s, UNC 10s, white and red
Steel
gray
10s.
10s.
Yeah, I take all them 10s actually.
All
Yeah.
black 10s.
Yeah.
You do that like you do the rest of the all black shoes.
Nah, because I'm not a huge 10 fan.
Oh, you're
like
not.
that.
You don't
I would
need
get
5
them,
pairs
shut
of
up.
stealth or black 10s.
Shout out my boy Levi. I just remember him having them black 10s with a black and gray Carmelo Anthony Syracuse jersey. Like, that was a little hard fit. Right?
He ain't had no headband or wristbands. I can't respect.
I'm sure he would headband it up. Might have had some leather shorts to go with it. I don't know.
Nasty work.
I don't know. Nah, linen 14 is hard though. I do need those for sure. That was a
Linen
women
14,
exclusive. Man, that would be cool if they brought now since they're doing so many women exclusives with Jordan Brand. If they would take the old women exclusive and make them men's shoes, that'll be hard.
Man, I'm telling you, we just need the whole year of 06. If they just release everything that came out of 06 in 2024, like I'm surprised that hasn't happened before because that probably would save somebody a lot of work if they just went back to a previous.
Right.
06, this year, I think last year was the first time we even started getting releases from 06. If they gave us all of those releases in 1 year, that probably will make somebody's whole life easy. All 10s, all 14s, 20s.
Yeah, I like 20s too. People slept on 20s. That's one shoe I think, along with 15, actually 15 through 20, I think that shoe was slept on when it first came out. Those models were slept on, but now I think people would appreciate them more, just buy them just because they've been so scarce. And like there's a lot of people that's buying shoes now that didn't even have the opportunity to buy them when they were releasing, just because they were so young or whatever the case may be. But somebody needs to do that though. Jordan Brand, if y'all need us to consult on what retros to bring back, we here.
I'll do it for free for shoes.
I didn't say that, but
hey man, we doing a lot of Jordan talk. No Nike retros, like any Nike retro that they should bring back.
Absolutely. Man, so Air Max Plus 2 is my favorite Air Max that they haven't retroed. They retroed it last year before last, in maybe like 4 or 5 colorways, but I need that OG blue and gold. I need that OG black and blue, and them two I need bad. A proper release of the Air Max 96. Like I need that, the Scream Green joints. Man, we talk about the Air Sunders all the time. I need a retro of the Air Sunders. Kids can Google that one if they don't know. And
With my phone out.
and the Air Max that had the zipper in the front, kind of looked like it had dice on the side. I think CDG just did a collab on it not too long ago. It was just plain black and plain white.
Showing your age, my boy.
For sure.
So go ahead, pull it up.
Nah.
My boy, he didn't say nothing about it, man. Shout out to Colin. He didn't say nothing about the superior silhouette. No forces? No forces that need to come back?
Yes, a few, but man, so I kind of feel like messing with Air Force is a double-edged sword just because I have so many. Selfishly, it's a lot of ones that I don't want to retro because I have them. And if they come back out, more people will have them. And I like to have stuff that nobody else has. But it's a lot of ones that's older now that I know if I wear them, they'll come apart. I wouldn't mind seeing some of the highly sought-after Air Forces come out in the general release versions. Maybe tweak it a little bit so we know it's the difference. PlayStations, Entourage.
You would be so pissed off if they dropped
No, that's why I say tweak it a little bit. Like, tweak it where I can tell, like, your PlayStation
like
not quite like mine.
Put the black on the back and the gradient on the front.
Something. Like, maybe if you gave us a Entourage and it had something. Like, okay, perfect example. So, Mr. Cartoons, you remember how one came out with, like, the clown face and one came out with the webbing.
Yeah.
So, maybe they do Entourage and the lasering on the toe is different. So, this is the new version of Entourage. It's not like the OG one.
I was kind of excited when they did the Puerto Rico. I just thought that they was about to flood us. And then we got West Indies, but we didn't get none of the other colorways.
Yeah.
And they themselves. Man, I would take, like I said, I wish they would have did the World Cup. I'm just like real big in forces at the time.
Right.
And so I kind of wish that once I saw the Puerto Ricos and once I saw West Indies, I just knew like we're going to get the red Puerto Rico, the blue, the navy, the white and yellow West Indies. I'm kind of like in that era with the retro.
Yeah, I take the 06 Puerto Rico.
That's the worst one.
What?
The 06 Puerto Rico with the big Puerto Rico flag.
Yeah, you can't miss me with that patent.
So you like the big West Indies patch on the back of the 06 West Indies?
I just like the patent leather. The patent leather rule out all that.
Oh, man.
But, man, hey, guys, so it's kind of late while we filming this podcast. So I need to step away 1 second and FaceTime my beautiful family and tell my kids good night. So give me 1 second. Okay, and we are back. FaceTime my fam. It's that boy Greg on the mic going ham. Trunk just slam. Might even pop. It's that boy Greg and I used to pull the bops. Back in high school, I was kind of cool. Had to go to college because I wasn't a damn fool. Got my damn doctorate. Yes, call me doctor. It's that boy Greg. Stand back, I might shock you. Like Silk the Shocker. Man, I was just playing.
Man, I wasn't even ready for that. Man, what's going on? He came out the gate going crazy.
He going hard. You gotta let
I wasn't
you know
ready
we
for
back.
that, bro. Do I go? Like, what? Shit, man, you got me kind of lit, like kind of live right now.
Nah. Hey, if y'all made it this far in the podcast, we appreciate y'all.
Sure.
Even if you fast forwarded to get to this point to see what else we were talking about. We appreciate y'all.
Bear with us, man. It's number one. We gonna work it out.
Yeah, this is the inaugural Kicking It Social Hour podcast. Man, before we get out of here, it would only be right that we talk about some of our favorite releases that's coming out this weekend or that came out this week. Because at the end of the day, Kicking It is a sneaker store, so pull up on us to buy your shoes.
Or just come kick it.
Or come kick it.
Grab a drink.
Grab a drink, alcoholic, non-alcoholic. Come watch the game, come play the game. Mr. Teagle set up a Madden tournament. What day is that? May 20th. So if you think you're good at Madden, definitely call the shop and sign up. It's a $500 grand prize for that. So for all y'all who always talking about how cold y'all are, now the time to prove it and get a little change in your pocket.
Easy money for somebody.
For somebody. I don't know. I saw shout out Raven, our social media expert, strategist, director, whatever you want to call her. I saw she retweeted somebody that had a Madden tattoo.
Man, I saw that, man. Hey, no lie, tattoo kind of. I ain't gonna say it, but man, he ain't coming to play no game.
Yeah, he say that's kind of serious. He better win.
If he don't, bro. Man, he owe us.
Nah,
he got paid us.
Yeah, for real, wasting our time.
Cause I'm taking him serious.
Nah, too serious. You know, them be the ones that get eliminated in the first round, though.
Bro,
like, that's because I ain't play with my team. Well, you
I'm going to embarrass you. Dude with the Madden tattoo. I'm going to let everybody know that you have a Madden tattoo. I want you to play the game with your sleeve up. So when you leave, we gonna laugh at you for getting that tattoo for no reason.
One I usually play with the Falcons, but I played with the Cowboys. Why did you ain't play with the Falcons? I got
this in Madden 06 man, on PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
Nah, come on, man. Get out of here with that.
But yeah, man, y'all make sure y'all hit us up and sign up for that tournament. Like, we had some real ballers in these past two tournaments. So I'm sure some of them, if not all of them, will be returning. So I'm looking forward to that. Shout out City Bear Toys. They're a sponsor of that. So shout out to them for collabing with that and making that shake. But some releases this week, like me and Keenan been talking about all week, all episode, we're big Air Force guys. So this yellow Air Force above me, like that yellow jewel, like that's the color of the month Air Force. That's my pick of the week. It just came out today. And it's one of my favorite forces. Gotta get it. Air Force has been going kind of hard with the color of the month, so you can kind of get a little rainbow pack going. They just did like the red and the orange. So I got to add that yellow to the collection. Hey, what you got?
Man, I'm going to go with this. Some of y'all can see this, some of y'all can't. It's the Jordan 1 OG High white and cement or elephant print.
Right.
When does this come out? This comes out today. So if you're available, you free, come to the shop, pick it up. I'm a big Jordan 3 fan, so the elephant print, man, is hard for me to pass on.
Hold that up so everybody can see what you're talking about.
Check that out.
Nah, that's a good shoe. Good OG cut. Print looks good on that. No quality control issues right there. So by the time y'all hear this, hit us up if y'all didn't come to the release this morning. I'm sure it released at 9 o'clock. But, yeah, man, again, we appreciate y'all. So, look, this is our first episode, but as the podcast goes on, we're going to get better. Want to talk about some of the stuff we're going to have in the following upcoming episodes. We will have, we like to call it fresh off the truck. And we're going to have a whole segment about some of our new releases that's here at the shop. People ask us all the time, what's new? Well, that's depending on when the last time you've been here. Because if you didn't come yesterday, we got a ton of new stuff. We get new stuff every day.
So my DFW people, that's fresh off the train.
Nah, not that. We ain't stealing. we ain't stealing. We definitely gonna keep y'all up to date with the latest and greatest of what's happening at Kicking It. And we're not just talking about our releases, but how we mentioned the Madden tournament. We got a lot of community activations we're going to stay up to date with because without the community, we don't exist. So, the shoes sell themselves, so it's only a part of us to be natural and give back to the people that make us. So we'll make sure we keep y'all up to date with community outreach and our community events.
And for y'all listening, man, we might drop something here, man. It might be a raffle. You might get first dibs. We ain't gonna announce nothing nowhere else but here on the podcast. And if you listening, you might hear that first. You might be the first to cop a Travis Scott or who knows what it might be, but you'll get first dibs.
This is true. We might drop a password that you gotta come to the shop and say, and then lock your pair in or something. Hint, hint. So everybody on the shop get at me. They like to talk their mess and say what they want to say, but I, admittedly, am addicted to Tubi.
Man, this is the guy right here, boy.
So
I watch Tubi on his free time during his lunchtime.
Yeah. So right now, the only free time I have pretty much is my lunch break. So I take a little break, go to the back, eat my food, and start the latest Tubi movie. Yeah. So
they be good, I can't lie.
Some of them do. So we have an upcoming segment that I'll lead called To Be or Not To Be. Shout out Colin Teagle for that.
Shout out Colin, man.
Hey, when it comes to making titles of segment, man, my boy Colin is a magician. He's taking paid work right now. If you got a segment or a podcast idea that you want to run by him and need a title, hit him up. He'll charge you. But he'll give you
and if you need it recorded, you need a producer.
Yeah. Dan the Mexican at Dan Montoya. So yeah, my To Be or Not To Be, I'll review a movie or two every week. We'll talk about some highlights of the movie, some low points of it, the quality, the action, the acting in it. So if y'all have any To Be recommendations for me, send them my way. DM me. Keenan, you want to talk about the section we got for you?
So anybody who know me, man, y'all know. I probably don't eat nothing but chicken. This is true.
Not on the bone chicken.
Not on the bone chicken. Chicken tenders.
Chicken tenders.
And that segment, shout out to Colin again. He named this one as well.
What is it called?
Tender Love and Care.
Tender Love and Care, guys. Tender Love and Care.
So I'm the biggest and hardest chicken tender critic. If you go, hey, shout out to the Fresh Out the Box podcast. I got an episode on there where we got real deep, real intimate, talking about chicken tenders. And I gave my top 5 with an honorable mention. And so we gonna get on that. We gonna get on that here. I'm gonna take my big bro, man. I'm gonna put him on some good chicken tenders, man.
Yep. Just like we can eat good tenders and watch Tubi movies.
Man, that sounds like fun. That sounds like heaven, man. That's one of the best lunch breaks ever.
Yeah. So we gonna make it happen. But again, man, I appreciate y'all. If y'all got to this point. Even if y'all didn't, if you heard somebody else that got to this point and they told you what we talked about, I appreciate them too.
Before you take us out of here, man, just like Greg with the To Be recommendations, please send me your tender recommendations. Any tender place that I haven't tried or any way I should try them from a place I have been, let me know.
Yep, let them know y'all sauces too, cause my man
sauce is important.
Yeah, he just ranch hard.
Got into it. I almost had y'all here for another 30 minutes.
Send them y'all tender and sauce recommendations. But yeah, y'all, this the first one. We gonna continue to get better, continue to make changes, continue to grow as a podcast and as a brand. And that's all I got for this week. Okay. Anything you want to say?
Man, thank y'all. Thank y'all for listening.
Cool. Well,
thank y'all for listening. Now we gotta go.
Yeah.
We got to end the night with a flow.
Yeah, end with a flow. Went to play Mario because I saw the movie and I didn't want to sit no more. Man, hold on. Hey, that was like that.
Come after that, man.
I figure y'all that old Swisher House flow. You know what I'm saying? But nah, for real, appreciate y'all and we out.